This is our first show, and we're going to talk about finances.
I wrote an article on Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So it's the first book in the series by Robert Kiyosaki. And we just took a look at the basics of finances and what do you know? What is financial intelligence, really? And it's something that, as I was writing, I realized I don't have a very high financial IQ, but I realized Patrick does have a very high financial IQ. He does things that sometimes I don't understand, that maybe seem too risky or seem out of the box thinking, and according to this book, according to Robert Kiyosaki, that those are things that you should be doing financially. You should be taking risks. You should be investing.
So I forgot to mention we're married, and we've been married for 4 years. And yeah, I really love finances, and I think it's very different in couples where usually there's one person, hopefully, that has a bit more financial mind and mindset, growing up with that. And I play this game. So there's a rat race game by Robert Kiyosaki. And I played this game for the first time when I was about 18. And I used to play it with a friend. We were sitting day in and day out on the weekends. And we'd sit, I think we played it probably, 3, 4, 5 times in a row. Just doing it again and again. And it's a financial game about to get out of the rat race, basically. And
as he describes in the book and as I wrote in the article, it is get up, go to work, make money. Get up, go to work, make money. Pay bills to make more money. And it's basically you get caught in this trap of wanting to... There's two things. There's desire and there's fear. And there's desire, you want to keep getting things, and there's fear that you will never have enough. So that's what keeps you in the rat race. And the idea is that you want to get out of this. You want to get out of the desire of money, and you want to get out of the fear of losing money.
And I really asked myself the question, what is it that I really want to do? So, I mean, maybe your kind of level where you want to be at the monthly income, it doesn't have to be in the millions. It doesn't even have to be in the, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Could be, 20, could be 30,000, could be, for what I know, 15,000. To make ends meet for your family, and you do what you love. And it's really about giving you an opportunity to do what you were called to, what you really enjoy, where you feel that you're in the zone of what you're made for.
So there's 6 lessons that he talks about that he learned from his rich dad. And one of them, the first one, is that the rich don't work for money. So it's interesting that when he was 9 years old, he went to work for his rich dad. And after a while, his rich dad said, "You're going to work for nothing." And of course, he was a little taken aback by that. But he learned after a while that it's not that you're working for money, but you're working for something bigger, and as Patrick's saying, long term, and something that you can invest in. And the second lesson is financial literacy, to know words and to know numbers too. That's really important. It's something that I don't have a really high financial literacy, so some of these words that Patrick's using, I don't know, but that's why I have Patrick too, so he can teach me and he can
do what I can. I mean,
yeah. The third lesson that he talks about in the book is minding your own business. And basically in that he's mentioning that it's better for you to own your own company rather than to be working for somebody else as an employee. And the fourth lesson...
Just a note on that, I think, so many people, they just think big. They have to, quit their job today, but I think you can, start a company right now. There's so many opportunities online. There's network marketing companies creating classes, whatever, you're skilled at. There's one woman that created a sewing class online. She had a really, strong passion for that. And now she can live full time on that. And there's a lot of things that I think if we think about it, maybe, ask our, friends or family, your spouse, that there's things that you can give. I think we all have something that we in the end can monetize or start a small company on. If that's what you want to do, the key for me, I think, is just do it. Just start. See what happens.
I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for Patrick. So I'm not a business owner myself in that mindset, but I can go along with the vision.
And I think what Christina, what you said now, I think is key, because many times, I feel that there's a feeling that we need to have everything. We need to have every single thing down. I need to have the finances. I need to do this and that. Maybe you can partner with someone, maybe your spouse, maybe a friend. If you're really a really good artist, for example, maybe you can partner with, a friend or someone you meet, or maybe start connecting with people on Instagram or whatever it might be, that has a, marketing skill, an obvious marketing skill. And I think whatever you do together can be greater than you could do individually, right? And I think sort of combining that, I mean, that's life, right? That's marriage or
synergy.
Yeah, that's life. Cool. What's the next lesson?
Lesson 4 is understanding the history of taxes and the power of corporations. So basically understanding where taxes came from and the purpose for them, and that really, in all honesty, it's the middle class that are paying for the social care of the lower poor. They're paying for the lower class. It's not the rich, because the rich understand and know how to get out of taxes, how to hire lawyers, how to work with the law. So they have all the resources available to them to not pay taxes. So really, that burden is falling on the middle class, the ones that have actually voted in higher taxes. So, yeah.
I think a really interesting thing with this is that, so Robert Kiyosaki in this book, he says there's basically, you have three things with paying taxes and in what order you do it. So one, for the rich, he says, is one, they earn the money. Two, they spend the money. Three, they pay taxes, right? And for the
wealthy.
So that's for the wealthy. And then for the for the people that are working hard and sort of us, we're in the rat race, right? So, and I mean, we're not there yet. I mean, we're just sharing our journey, and this is kind of like this is big learning for us. Even I think as we're talking as well, we're learning stuff while we're writing articles. I think we're doing this. We're growing a lot as well, and that's sort of, we can't, and I don't want to come from a place where we know this, that we've done this, we're all done. No, we're sort of on this journey, and we want to share that with you. So the second thing that I found was very interesting. So the first was the rich. And monetarily, now you can have a lot of other aspects of life, relationships, and so on. But speaking monetarily, where it makes a difference in our relationship, and what you can do, and help people in the end, I think is the first is the rich. They earn, they spend, and then they pay taxes, right? And then the poor, or the people struggling with getting the bills together and sort of in the rat race, they earn, they tax, and then they can spend, right? So it's sort of the other way around, and this is where all that knowledge makes a big difference. Like with
financial intelligence.
Yeah, that's right. With anything in life,
Yeah, knowledge is power. That's of course true about anything in life. That relates to this too. Yeah.
True. What's the fifth?
The fifth is how the rich invent money. And that means that the rich are the ones that see what nobody else is seeing, and they take opportunities. So they're not just handed money, but they see the opportunity and they take it and they go for it and they make opportunities happen. So they're the ones that are working. They're working, but they're seeing the opportunities first.
Yeah, that's the key, I think. The whole, seeing the opportunity, like grabbing the opportunity. And I think a lot of it comes with...
The key is they see it where others miss it.
Yeah.
So maybe they take what somebody else is throwing away and they make money off of that.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of, becoming financial... have a good literacy when it comes to financial, like understanding finances, like reading any language, speaking any language. I think if you speak more of sort of the financial language, then I think you're going to have the opportunity to even see these opportunities. It's like, when you get kids, when we got our son, I started to see, strollers everywhere, right? And I didn't do that before. And I think that makes a big difference in seeing the opportunity. The second thing I thought of was the key of being prepared. So basically, there's a saying, I think it's an old Chinese saying, if I'm not wrong, is that the student appears, no, the other way around, the teacher appears when the student is ready, right? And I think that's sort of, with that preparation, that opportunity will come, and then you can kind of learn and get to another level, and then take that opportunity as you go. So I think in learning in life and in finding opportunities, I think, preparation is key. And this is one of the ways kind of we prepare for having good finances, handing over something. We have all these different parts in our life: finances, relationships, faith, and how do we help our son? How do we kind of give him the great values that we really want to give him growing up, and these things. So I think, you got to prepare and go and start somewhere.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that leads us into the sixth lesson, which is work to learn, don't work for money. So the rich are constantly looking to learn, and they're diversifying their talents as well. So they're in companies and they're switching jobs quite often in order to gain more experiences, where it may in the short term not gain you higher pay raises, but it will gain you more experiences and learning that will benefit you in the long run.
So Christina, tell us what you told me in the car the other day. Because this gets me. This, like, when you have these conversations, and I don't know how many times sort of I've taught, this is our next book we're going to have a look at, but like when we talk about these things, and I just feel like keep, talking, and it's like, when you feel like 99% of the stuff that you say just drops to the ground or goes in this ear and out this ear, because we're just different, right? But when I felt just what you told me in the car, it's like, wow, that's amazing.
Let me share what I said
Yes.
in the car. So I said that I understand Patrick better now after reading this book, and it's because there are some elements in it that I see how Patrick has lived his life and the choices that he's made to learn and to have experiences over. Because I asked him why he switches jobs every year, or almost every year, but now
more like in the beginning, more than that. And
for me, I have had more longevity in my roles and work, so I've worked in places at least 3 years or longer. I understand Patrick better now after reading this book, and the taking risks I was mentioning as well. That you take risks, and that can be a good thing in life as well, as long as it will pay off in the long run. I was going to ask you if you have played cash flow. That's something that we enjoy doing on our date nights. So I'd like to know if you guys have played cash flow and what you think of it. if you have.
Cool. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
So on. So we're super excited to have had this first episode of the Parental Legacy Show. We're gonna learn as we go. We're just gonna post this and see where it takes us. Kind of what we've done with all the other stuff that we started doing: Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. What is that, by the way? We'll talk about that one time.
I'm not on Snapchat.
No, I am. I also started a Musical.ly account. I haven't started yet, but I figured why not? I'll try it out. Seems fun though. Kind of do whatever, mime to music video or make music videos.
I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
I'm
Well-
older than him.
Yeah. I like my woman a bit more seasoned than I am.
I'm glad you said woman. Not
Yes.
woman.
Yes. The one and only. All right, guys. We really appreciate if you do whatever you do on YouTube. That's subscribe, comment, share your thoughts and ideas, and on Facebook, come hang out, come share your ideas and thoughts.